All right, when we last left off, our brave adventurers were in the clutches of the great red dragon.
I believe that
Little Freudian slip there, Reynolds.
I think the Clem was getting a back rub from that red dragon.
Sure was.
It's much deeper than a back rub.
A sensual back rub.
Very. A very deep tissue massage.
Are the talons actually digging into your flesh, then we're not seeing it?
I mean, that's the beauty when you're engaged in carnal relations with a healer. You can afford to do things like that.
That's correct. Oh, that's the wrong way.
That's correct, Cap.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you guys were engaged in a conversation, and I was holding a conversation with Clementine at the same time. I have no idea where we left off, but I mean, the conversation is going to continue.
Excellent.
So, I guess it's worth saying that you might have some other guests in the reasonably near future.
Oh? What makes you say that?
No, just a wild guess. If they take our route, they may intersect with you as well.
Oh. Right.
Yeah. So, I don't really presume to give you advice, but you'd be best off just steering them away. You don't want to talk to the woman at all. And the kid is dangerous as fuck. Probably the most in some ways. But the one who they're with, well, I mean, I know that you're being with your own interests, but he doesn't treat his allies well.
Think about how he treats his enemies.
Yeah. I think so far he treats his allies worse than his enemies.
Strange how that works.
Yeah.
It's like they get used to it. Accustomed to the abuse.
Yeah.
Crazy, Sal, but I don't think that we really need to be worried about a very powerful dragon.
Like I said, Tor is a wild card. Mariner is very persuasive.
Those two, sure, but Doskius? Come on.
Yeah, he just happens to have access to technology that no one else fucking does at this point.
Not anymore.
We don't know that. He may have more of those bombs.
That's a big if. I know we can't write it off, but...
So...
Oh, wait. Clem, I forgot that you were playing this game. Right. Nope. It is your turn to ask. So, the fun part.
Cool. Exactly.
I really don't want Daskius making a red dragon as an ally. Or a slave. So didn't say that. But
No.
that is what Saladra is thinking.
I think she'd rather die, but when you're dealing with the Chosen, sometimes you don't have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Ask me for death. Beg me. No. Anyway. she comments, "Do you think that they're following you?"
Eh,
I think that
not
they are.
directly.
They may have similar interests to us.
Well, if they're not following you, they probably won't run into my tunnels. I'm not surprised that you don't know, but most of the mountain is hollow, with roots spanning all the way through its passages. Large caverns, strange machinery.
The machinery's still around?
Yes, none of it seems to work.
Fuck.
When I was younger, I gave a damn about some of it, but no longer.
A dragon interested in technology. That's different than I would have expected.
What makes you say that? Magic and technology, they're very similar. Sometimes they're one and the same.
Yeah, so I hear. I'm interested in the theory. The actual engineering. Oh, just haven't really spent the time. Magic's great. You can translate fucking mathematics into reality very quickly.
Even if it's not working, it must be a sight to behold.
It is. It's something else. Let me put it that way. I'll be honest, I'm not exactly sure how it works. Nor was I able to fully figure out. It seems to be waiting for something down there. Maybe a power source? Maybe a command word? But it's not like a magic ring or something like that. You can't just figure it out by looking at it. You have to know. One of the things I never liked about technology, you can look at a wand and figure out what it does. You look at one of those things and you have no idea.
Yeah, that's the fucking truth.
The least they could do is design them a little bit more sensibly, don't you think?
Well,
Or leave behind a set of instructions.
they seem to use a combination of different things in place of like arcane energy. So, it's I guess it all makes sense. I just haven't really, it hasn't really crystallized in my brain either.
Now, the electricity I'm familiar with. I've met enough blue dragons and then some to understand how electricity works. But some of the chemical reactions, I just don't understand them.
Well, yeah. Circuitry is the thing that gets me fucking annoyed. I mean, it looks a lot like a really complex sigil or ward, but it's doing something completely different.
All that shit is so far beyond me, but I like listening to you guys talk about it. You seem excited about it anyway.
Well, if we had Grub here, he could like actually correct us.
Did we mean to bring him with us?
I think that he meant to come with us, and I think we forgot to go get him.
Holt just like narrows his eyes at you.
Slandra, it doesn't actually say that. It just starts giggling.
Maybe it's best that he doesn't come with us for this first foray.
He can be a little squishy.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Maybe we fit me with a tower shield before we bring him along.
maybe get some breathing gear for the bag of holding.
Get a bottle of air. Wait.
Sorry, I'm picturing that now, and it's hilarious.
Oh, dude, I've done it before.
So if we visit again, wine, whiskey, coffee, cigarettes.
Whatever you have. Yes. Yes. Yes.
A little sample platter from the world above. Well, the heat from this hot spring is finally starting to get to me, so pardon me.
Yeah.
And Wolf's going to exit the hot spring, start to dry himself off.
A splendid
Dress.
idea.
Salandra sort of just waves in your direction and does a prestidigitation to like go.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Conjure all the water, toss it away.
It's an odd sensation.
It is. Being so dry. So incredibly dry. So dry. No. Chapua says, go on, eat, drink to your health. Clementine are going to remain here for a while, aren't we?
And Clem just sort of gives a dazed little nod and kind of waves her fingers a little bit and says, yeah, you guys go on ahead. I'll catch up.
Sense motive?
You all succeed on your sense motive rolls.
The gunfog.
Holt gives a knowing nod and walks away. A little disappointed.
Salandra will get up, dry herself off, and re-gear and go after Holt.
Consider that gigantic fuck off rune a titanic do not disturb sign.
A big ass sock on the door.
Huge sock.
Fair.
So, Pidge, you can speak freely now that I'm not carrying on two conversations at once.
Oh, splendid.
So she said, oh, it's not racial chattel, it's criminal chattel. The justice system subjects those who commit crimes to hard labor. I assume the dark dwarf you mentioned made one of 1,000,000 infractions. From what I can tell, they're often quite impartial, although bigotry sprouts in the most infertile soil.
So then what do the Drow consider crimes that so many of the dark dwarves end up criminals?
Oh, gracious. What do they consider criminal? What don't they consider criminal? Oh, depends on the day of the week and the phase of the moon, which is very hard to tell when you're so deep below. Oh, gracious. I do hope that you have a patron in line before you go there. Did you, Moose Ears, did you mention your uncle?
Grandfather.
Right.
Not by name, just, she was like, do you have a relative? And she's like, yes, grandfather.
Ah. So she'll say, you'll want to look up your grandfather when you get there. Otherwise, you'll probably be enslaved under, then, she goes out, rattles off a series of articles just like, yes, citizenship without the proper permits. Unfortunately, applying for citizenship. And she goes on and on and on about all this fucking shit that's like, if you show up and you don't have someone there to speak to you, you have to go through like 3 years hard labor just to earn your way in through the front door.
Gotcha. So is it I wonder if I should send a message ahead.
If you can.
Are there enough animals in the Underdark that I can send a message? Messenger?
No.
Bats? Not even bats?
No bats.
No bats.
What are the
kind of
bats?
Underdark is this?
What are the bats gonna eat? There's no fruit down here.
I don't know, wrangle a spider or
Bugs.
something.
Well, I mean, like, if you can find a big enough spider, you can send that.
Cool.
Which is not hard. Like, there are tarantulas all up in this piece. But still,
Cool.
you're gonna need a rather large spider to deliver this message.
It may not be that quick.
Right, and it's not gonna be super fast. It's not a bird.
Because it can't go as the crow flies. As it were.
Exactly. They'll have to climb through all the tunnels, so it can really only move as quickly as you can.
Now, a purple worm would be a fun animal messenger. Perhaps not the most subtle.
Are there like family factions within the Drow
Oh,
that I should know about?
yes. Every family forms a clan.
All right. How many clans are there?
How many families are there?
I don't know.
Well, how many families are there where you come from?
Hundreds?
That many.
Okay.
And then there are intermarriages, and then you can offshoot your bloodline and form your own clan. Oh, it's really quite the mess. But most of them don't want to do that because it's better to consolidate your power under one umbrella, even if you're not the one holding the stock, if you catch my drift.
That makes sense. My grandfather was is hopefully Bilal Loitar.
Is that his name? Full name?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Loitar is his surname.
Oh. You're a Loitar. Oh.
You familiar with that one?
Yes, very. Your grandfather's a sweet man.
Oh.
One of the few above and below burdened by conscience.
Guess the apple doesn't fall that far from the tree.
Still, don't expect to have a wealth of resources at your disposal. Your grandfather is a... What's the word I'm looking for? Bold? Brash, perhaps? Brash. Let's go with brash. Your grandfather is a brash man, and for the most part, his family has to spend their meager wealth keeping him out of trouble. Thankfully, he makes almost as much as they have to spend.
Has he been a proxy for the whatever the name of the game that the dragons play?
Oh, yes. Shit. Jorvental!
Yes, Jorvental.
Yes, he's played for a few of us in the Jorvental game, but more so than that, he helps us solve problems.
Like an engineer?
Something like that, yes. He might not be an engineer, but he's a very good fixer.
Ah.
Sometimes me or someone like me can't be seen doing something, so he does it instead.
That, yeah, that sounds about right.
Exactly. He has a certain set of skills, and he's grown familiar with them over the decades.
Well, some of the best career advice I ever got was if you're good at something, never do it for free.
It's not bad advice. Speaking of payment, you owe me a question.
Go ahead.
Are you down here? Let me look over the list real quick. Oh, she'd only asked, why are you down here?
Yep.
What is that strange magic I smell on you?
I'm a druid.
No, it's not that. It's old and sweet, like a toxic perfume. She says, switching over to mental communication as she digs her teeth into your throat.
Oh. If she is speaking to me mentally, can Dogo talk to her?
He could, if you willed it.
I will say to just to Dogo, you wanna say hi to the nice lady?
Sure, why not? Hey, Toots, how's it hanging? And she stops nibbling on your throat with a start, and she's like, a scion. And I'm guessing those two would be your mates. Now I have to ask, where is the fourth of your party?
Oh, that's a really good question. The first fourth was lost. I not meaning dead.
Oh no, I know you don't mean dead. If you
lost.
had meant to say dead, you'd have said dead.
And our current fourth is... She is not ideal. And
second choices seldom are.
Yeah. She's learning to be better. And she's on the surface now doing that. And I really hope it works, otherwise we are fucked.
I'm sorry, what was the last words from that?
That I really hope it works, otherwise we are fucked.
Probably. Usually scions like you only pop up when something important is going to happen.
Yeah, that whole destruction of Septemport thing I mentioned. Pretty sure it's for that.
Who's coming to destroy this place?
He calls himself the Dragon Emperor?
Oh, really then?
Yeah.
Is he even a real dragon?
I think he might be a descendant of one. Does the name Jonathan Hersgrove sound familiar?
Doesn't ring a bell.
I thought she did say she knew him.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
We talked to her about the Farron.
Yeah, she complained about him like being a fake dragon.
Got it.
Oh, okay.
Got it. Sorry. I totally spaced it. About to say, call me out on
Retcon.
my shit if I say a story thing that has been directly contradicted. Tell me to shut my gob and I will fix it.
I didn't know if it was a bit of deception on your part.
Nope. She has agreed not to deceive Clementine. I don't care for all the deception except in certain circumstances.
Fair.
Anyway, so she says, "Oh yes, one of Hearthgrove's bastards."
Presumably.
Oh,
I haven't met him
gracious.
yet. We probably will.
Oh, God. After Hers Grove ran out of territory to kill, he just looked for concubines to fuck.
I guess that's one way of spreading an empire.
Something like that. And when you're a very wealthy emperor and you're willing to pay a premium price, every whore, harlot, and strumpet will line up at the door waiting for a turn.
But what I can't figure out is if they all have the same magics that the Emperor has access to.
Probably not. Draconic genes are notoriously fiddly. Half-dragons, sorcerers, dragonkin, anything could happen. That being said, it is from us great power does flow. It just so happens that he won the lottery, so to speak.
A bunch of recessive genes all stacked up in the right order.
Exactly. And unfortunately, that means you have to deal with it.
Yeah. But, as you can see, we're not alone.
That's true. But I mean, is he coming alone?
No. His he opens gates
Oh.
through which he brings great armies. And now, correct me if I'm wrong, it was like he does the gate spell and he also summons stuff? Is he a summoner as well?
When you open up the gate spell, you can just open up a bunch of gates to other planes of existence and just let shit come through.
Gotcha.
And then he also has another army with him. But like opening up the gates is like how he softens up hard targets. Because if you like restart the blood war inside of someone else's city, they will tear it to shreds. And then
Oh shit.
after they kill the demons or the undead or whatever terrible thing he has unleashed upon them, his army comes in and says, "Oh, look, we liberated you. Pay us taxes now, please. Thank you."
These bastards.
And I mean, like, it's pretty clearly obvious. Like, it's completely inconsistent and obvious that this is all his fault. He's like, behold, I am the Dragon Emperor. Face my might. And they're like, hello, we work for the Dragon Emperor. And they're like, you unleashed hell. And they're like, we don't know anything about that. Do you want us to make it go away or not? Also, I have all of these feral gnolls that haven't eaten in weeks. They would like to eat you. Give them food or they will eat you, please.
Well, I suppose I get to remove a day of provisions from my my supplies.
Ah, crap. I started monologuing about the villain. What were you talking about?
Okay, I asked her about the villain.
Right. Yes.
About yes.
Right, and she said, does he have an army? Is he coming alone? And you're like, oh, no, he opens gates and has an army. And then she's like, you know, we could help take care of that for you.
That's do. Mhm.
She runs her hands through your hair and like they glide through like silk, and she brings her face right up to your ear.
There was a reason why Salandra was not given details. Just saying that.
Come on.
There's do either of us have the kind of authority that's needed to make that decision?
Yes, we're powerful. We are the people who shake and move this plane. Moose ears. And I'm gonna shake and move you later tonight. Zing!
Hey!
Anyway,
Good one.
think of it.
Yeah, it's
Him in white robes, opening up a series of unstable planar gates, letting hell come through. And then we show him hell right back. We show him what a dragon really is.
I gotta be honest, I'm not seeing the downside there, but I'm really bad at seeing downsides, so I should probably consult with the others about this.
Later.
Okay.
You know, there's been a small but very vocal minority of us who want us to retake the surface by force, but I talk them down. Do you know why?
Why?
Because I love you. I love all you little mortal creatures. With your short lifespans and your haughty demeanors. Every once in a while, one of them like you comes out. Someone like you who wants to change the world. A pity you only have 50 years to do it.
Well, that's what makes us want to do it all the more.
I guess that's also in part what creates my hesitance on the issue. You see, we have all the time in the world to wait for our opportunity. This is our opportunity. If we can face this army head on, we'll be welcomed as heroes, given an opportunity to make our lairs and our roosts.
And there's... are you city dwellers, or do you prefer rural spaces? We've got both aplenty.
Some of us, it depends. We all have our preferred habitats.
So it's really something that could feasibly be done.
Oh, certainly. There aren't too many of us. Not too many of considerable power anyway. And if you don't like one of us, kill them.
Oh, you just like that. You make it sound so easy.
Well, if it's too much of a chore for you, you could inspire one of us to do it.
A political game, or... Now that does sound like the downside.
My apologies. There's always something that could go wrong.
That's the thing about power.
That is the thing about power when you're dealing with something big and powerful like me. At which point she is going to bite onto your ear, and things are going to get hot and heavy.
All right.
But, Clementine, something happens that catches your attention. So during the festivities, she is definitely going to grow a penis.
That's totally fine.
That's going to happen because she wants to penetrate you. But I figured this might be relevant to your interests.
And then Clementine's like, shit. All this time I've been trying to figure out if it's possible to wild shape male to female. And now it seems like it's definitely possible for dragons. So I wonder if I turned into a dragon, if I would be able to. And then she's like, wait a second, I need to focus on something different right now.
Well, I should mention, Chapoa definitely suggests that you use protection.
Yes, that too. That's the other thing. She's like, oh, right. Don't want to have a half dragon running around.
Which is fine. That's a level 0 spell. But this brings something into your head, Clem. Something you've been talking to me for the past 2 years about.
About Clem fucking a dragon?
No, about Clem making a baby.
Oh yeah, that was her. All of her rambling just now was the her thoughts about trying to use wild shape and to see if someone could change gender, with all of the reproductive capabilities of the different gender.
I was about to say, that's the trick, because changing sex is pretty simple. Like, you can alter your form at will. The problem is your penis doesn't. It's shooting blanks.
Exactly.
And she explicitly states, mine is not shooting blanks. And you're like, wait a minute.
Academic interest.
Academic interest, which is then overtaken by lusty interest. And then as you bathe in the afterglow of your fantastic, marvelous experience, maybe now is the time to be like, hey, how'd you do that thing with your dick?
Yeah, about that magic. Like, is that a dragon-only thing, or can I figure out how to finagle Gaia to...
Long story short, you receive an academic penis session.
Hell yeah!
And she explains to you exactly how you do it.
Excellent.
And it's hard.
I would hope.
Low-hanging fruit.
Had to get that low.
I know.
The low-hanging fruit is the sweetest. Anyway, so yeah, it's tricky. Mostly she kind of has to help you do it. It's a very arcane magic thing.
Cool.
Like there's probably she teaches you how to do the magic. You can't really do it yourself, but you could very easily explain it to someone now.
Gotcha.
And they
but
could
it's more of an arcane spell than a divine spell.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because it is breaking a couple of rules, as opposed to divine magic, which generally stays within the rules.
Okay.
But you could explain it to someone, and they could make a scroll for you, which you'd be able to use without much of an issue, because it's not a very powerful ability.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, okay, it's a super powerful ability, but like it is not a complicated spell. It's just very difficult to finagle, creating lines.
Someone could also make a tattoo for you.
That is true.
I don't know who has that skill set, but
I don't know, man.
Someone in Septemport.
Yeah, it's one of those things for Clem that she's always been interested in. It's not even so much that she personally wants to do it. She just thinks it would be really neat if that were possible.
Marge Simpson holding up a dick. I just think they're neat.
I just think they're neat.
I don't even know what the context for that scene is.
I have no idea.
It's just a meme now.
I can count the number of Simpsons episodes that I've seen on the fingers of one finger, though, so...
Oh, dear.
I've watched a billion, but that's like maybe a tenth of the ones that have been put out. So.
Right, it's like MASH. No matter how many episodes of MASH you've seen, you're like, I've never seen this one before.
But it's strangely similar to one I did see. I mean, it's been going on for like 30 years now, so...
Yeah, and like, what, 6 of those years have been zombie Simpsons. Thanks for the ride, Tony Hawk. Thanks, Tony Hawk. Anyway.
I just want poor Bart and Lisa to like go up a grade.
Never gonna happen. Eterna kids. Anyway, so Holt and Salandra, you guys are chilling out in the dragon's foyer as you occasionally catch spare sounds of them fucking by the grotto.
Oh fuck.
Mind your business.
I'm absolutely minding my own damn business.
The sound travels. The
It's
sound
a
travels,
game.
and the dragon doesn't give a shit. So sorry.
I'm gonna look around for spell books and such. I'm not gonna
Dragon's
steal anything.
occupied. Look through the shit.
I feel like I can browse.
There are a few spell books. Most of them are in very terrible condition. They appear to be here as as a series of trophies more so than anything else. Most of them are nearly completely illegible. For the most part, there's simply a rune on each one, like using basically draconic calligraphy to spell out a name in common or something. And then on the back is like a rating from 1 to 10.
Wonder if this is how interesting they were or how hard they were to kill.
Maybe just keeping score?
No, there's more than 10 books. There are approximately... Let me get some dice. 78 spell books.
Jesus.
Fuck.
Well, I mean, she's been down here for 500 years.
I'm just gonna do a little experimentation on test pages with mending.
Oh no. These pages are burnt beyond compare. Or repair, for that matter.
What a
Nothing
pity.
legible, Sal?
No, can't fix them. Too deeply damaged. Oh well.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I wonder if... Oh, crap. Is the cavern rumbling? Jesus fuck.
I'm choosing to ignore it until it's a problem. I trust that Clementine can take care of herself.
Yeah, she's probably shapeshifted into something gigantic now.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna hover and look over there every 5 seconds, you at least tell me if she turns into like a giant purple worm or something interesting. How would that work?
Giant purple worms are hermaphroditic.
Holt doesn't know that.
Like regular worms, just bigger. I don't remember how regular worms reproduce. I just know that they're hermaphrodites.
It depends on the species of worm.
I see.
I have unfortunately...
Learned too much about worms.
Yeah, too much worm learning.
My condolences.
Worm
Should-
learning.
She'd probably have to turn into one of those big fucking lizards from the hell jungle. That would be a little bit more anatomically... Slaughter makes a couple of gestures with her hands.
What, like the
Possible.
Triceratops?
She likes that Triceratops shape.
I am picturing that, and I really don't see how that would be comfortable for anyone involved.
When has it ever stopped Clementine? Or you?
Yeah. Fair point. Okay. Oh, what if you linked?
Well, did we find a dragon fucking Triceratops link?
No. If only my meme foo was that strong.
Alright. I was walking around, so I didn't see.
Holt was about to say something to you, and then that noise erupts from the cavern. And then he just pulls out a folded leather bag to you. It's like, here, just take it. It's the best coffee that he could buy in the bazaar. Like 2 gold pieces per pound.
Thank you.
And it's 10 pounds.
Fuck. Holt, that was really sweet. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Oh, how long is that gonna? Oh, never mind.
What?
The
Ask
roaring.
your question. As long as it needs to, I guess. We're gonna be here a
It
while.
ain't called the Bill of Needs, but I have many.
Good.
Holt,
And
you're
Chapa
changing that
is
kind.
willing to
But, like,
accommodate
greenish
them
color.
all.
It's a hellbred thing. I can change color now. It's great.
Okay.
I'm happy for Clementine. It's a once in a lifetime chance.
Not necessarily.
It's true, don't give us enough credit for being able to get out of life-threatening circumstances.
Well, based on past experience, we seem to be nearly as likely to fuck the monsters as to kill them.
Whatever works.
Except for those fucking things in Gemma's fortress. Ugh.
Speak for yourself. I mean,
I'm talking about the ones that were there before. Do you remember the Chaos Beast? You loved that one.
oh no, I hated that one. No,
What about the Phrenic Scourge? Do you wanna bang a Mind Flayer?
no, I didn't really like that. Well, I mean, I have thought about it, but you know, no.
Fuck Alexander. Fuck
It's the-
Alexander.
Being implanted with eggs as part of the,
Now
the
that-
sexual act.
That is
That-
not on the list of things I like.
Literally how they have sex is by implanting you with their eggs and you dying.
Yep.
Like I said, not optimal by any stretch of the imagination. So the answer to your question is no.
Well, you seem to like that aboleth a while back.
I did not. Thank you.
There was an Aboleth?
Yeah, that thing invaded in the halls that we went to get the portal for
Other the chosen.
top of the mountain.
Oh, yes, they had captured an Aboleth.
They had captured,
4.
I think, 3 or 4.
Yep.
And
She was on the other foot. Now you're breeding stock.
yeah, one of them did manage to mind control Holt, but then the combat was ended the next round, so he didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, it got wood chipped.
Good.
Yeah, and got wood chipped before you did.
Alrighty then. So, Salandra, you brew a pot of coffee, and the two of you get cozy, while Clementine and Chapoa get cozy. And eventually, after a while,
How much stamina do dragons have anyway?
do
You like sugar with yours, don't you?
Oh, yes, please.
Holt, what's your Constitution score?
My constitution score is 20.
Ah, a dragon has more Constitution than you.
That doesn't surprise me.
I was about to say, don't take it personal.
I don't take it personal at all. Any stat that a dragon has higher than me is acceptable.
Oh, but you know what a dragon doesn't have more of than you? Dexterity.
Is it? Really?
Really?
My dexterity bonus is shit.
But do you have a penalty?
No.
Yep. Being colossal has its downsides.
See, I have a spell specifically to deal with things like this. Well, I have 2, actually.
Do you have something that deals dex damage?
I do.
You piece of shit.
It's called Calcific Touch, and there's no save against it.
But does it allow spell resistance?
That one does. But Chains of Light does not.
Ah, right. Yes, the chains of light.
That's handy.
That is assuming that you have the opportunity to cast a spell.
Yep.
That's assuming a lot.
It's assuming a lot.
Assumption.
Not too much, but a lot. Ooh, dragons have a crush attack. Anyway. Anyway.
And Clementine's fine to know of that one.
Fucking got him. Eventually, they come out of the cavern, Chapoa resplendent as usual, but Clem, there's a little afterglow, and you're a little worse for wear.
That's why I've got all my heal spells.
Oh, it's not damage. It's just it's stamina damage.
It's exhaustion.
It's exhaustion.
This isn't 5e.
She has pushed you to the brink of your exhaustion. You had a fantastic time, but at the end you were like, I'm tapping out. Please. Please.
Please. Have mercy.
Have mercy. And she said, mercy is for the courts! Wait, wrong game. No, and she showed you such sweet, tender mercy in her warm embrace.
Now, what would have been really funny is she turned out to be a sub. But, you know.
Oh, no.
That is totally acceptable. Clem is a switch.
Totally acceptable, but that's not how Chapo rolls.
Nope.
I'm in charge, bitch. Ha.
And Clem's like, yeah, that's fine.
Pardon me, excuse the recess, you understand how it is. Now then, where were we? Right, you need me.
And then Clem kind of grins sheepishly to everyone. We're talking about the possibility of reintroducing the dragons to the surface to help us fight Dragon Emperor.
Sure.
And so that they could use that as an opportunity to reintegrate into the surface world.
If we were to return to the surface under any other circumstances, we would have to do so as conquerors. I would prefer to return as a hero.
But was it not the creator who banished you down here?
Oh, absolutely, and soon he'll be gone.
What makes you think that?
I have my sources. If you're all scions, which you are, thank you, dear, then that means now that you've come down here, there are only a few things you could possibly do. Either you're going to wake up the creator, or you're going to die. And when you wake up, his machine will have served its purpose. It will be done. And then either he will be dead, or he will leave.
Well, in that case, this is a discussion for after that day.
Would you rather be prepared or be taken unawares?
Prepared.
Which is why I'm talking to you now.
I agree with Holt, though I wanted to make sure that we all had an opportunity to talk together about this, because it's a big decision. I mean, not that you need our permission to return to the surface, but...
I'd prefer it, honestly.
If you were to return, would you be staying within Septemport?
Oh, some of us would certainly want to leave, and any of those who acted too uncharacteristically tyrannical could be driven away. Some of us would certainly remain. Perhaps we could help clean up that disaster at the peak I've heard so much about.
Where'd you hear about that from?
Please, darling. Do you think copper dragons spend all day smoking devil grass and waiting for halflings to eat? No, they're the filthiest gossips on the mount. Of course I know that the chosen have been driven away from their pinnacle of society. You can't hide something like that. Not for 2 months.
Fair, and we weren't really trying to hide it.
Well, it's fairly common knowledge in District 2 now. Just didn't expect you had those lines of communication.
I told you, everything is connected to the underground. Everything. There are tunnels intersecting the peak. There are tunnels underneath the sands. There are tunnels underneath the catacombs. There are tunnels underneath Magic City. There are tunnels underneath the wasteland. There are tunnels underneath the steppes. And if you bore into the walls of the Hell Jungle, you would find that there were tunnels there too.
Fascinating. Salandra arches her eyebrow. And for a moment becomes Punk Vulcan instead of Punk Elf.
Oh man, one of my coworkers confessed to me that he was having a dream that was taking place on the Star Trek Enterprise. And I don't remember what happened, but he looked to Spock, and Spock just said, "Indeed." In that Spock way.
Of course he did.
Of course he did. But yes. And she says, well, of course I'd have to run it through the council, round everyone up together, wait for the day of the Dragon King's assault. King, Emperor, whatever. And then we would rush forward, joining the Septemporians, bravely defending their homes as we drove him and his filth into the dirt.
Well, technically they're fiends, so probably want to drive them off the plane. They'd really contaminate the dirt a lot.
Oh, I've seen the way he conquers. He doesn't care where those portals open up.
Well, we'll need to discuss this.
Of course. But know that your word is enough for me. Power speaks to power. There's no reason to involve the weaklings from up above.
Holt kind of smiles at that.
Yep, Salandra looked over at Holt as he was as she was saying it, and
It's
like,
subtle, but yeah.
Now then, I've got to say I am very tired. She waves her hands, and a bedroom is created for the three of you. But she does comment, any of you may stay in my bed if you wish, but if you wish to be in one of your own, by all means.
Clem gives a very tired and grateful thank you.
by bed, she's referring to her big fucking pile of gold.
Yep.
Okay.
It's comfier than it looks.
If anyone feels like getting their Scrooge McDuck on.
I need to roll something real quick. I don't really sleep.
That's fine.
I wouldn't want to impose my company upon you.
That's fine. You can just hold me all night.
That I can do.
And she looks to you, Salandra, and arches a brow.
I'm an elf.
And elves
We
can
just-
sleep if they want.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Wait, Dave, are you asking, or is Sal asking?
No, Solandra's asking. It's like,
Wait, what? I've never tried.
I missed that class.
It's not something they teach you in class. If you want, I could show you the blessed side of sleep. It's been so long. You definitely need it.
No, there's a lot of work to be done. Sleeping seems like such a waste of time for them.
It's not. Please. Trust me.
I'll lie with you as well.
But will you trust me to sleep, perhaps to dream?
Hold on 1 second. There's a question being asked. It occurs to me that this is I probably can't because I don't want her to know about my dependency on brother, and she would be very suspicious if I bring brother to bed with us.
I don't think she would.
I reach my hand out and say, "Then, my lady, I will trust you."
Marvelous. Thank you. Salandra, you have a fantastic warm sleep in a pile of gold. And you have some wild dreams.
Is Clem in there too?
I think she took to her own bed, did you?
She might have joined the party once it was evident that it was just going to be a sleep party.
Oh yeah, no, this is a sleep party.
If it's a sleep party, absolutely. Clem loves cuddles.
Slumber party.
But she was
Slumber
like,
party.
if it's a fuck party, I am not up for that. I am too damn tired.
This is not a fuck party.
Clem could literally wild shape into a cat and just sort of slip right, in,
Absolutely.
hold over everybody.
The thing is now that I can't remember what level but she can now wild shape just for as long as she wants to be.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so she can absolutely just spend the night sleeping as a warm kitty.
Warm kitty, soft kitty.
Little ball of fur.
Crap, everybody knows it.
It's true.
It's the
I
most
haven't even
popular
watched
show. It was the most popular show in the world, so I guess.
I haven't even watched it, but it's just so permeated the culture that.
Yeah. Well, it's gone now.
Finally, the evil is defeated.
Well, it's gone. Game of Thrones is gone.
Like I said, finally the evil is defeated. And yesterday, Good Omens started.
I was trying to find it yesterday. I couldn't
It's
find
on
it.
Amazon Prime.
I know. It wasn't showing up on my list.
Oh, weird.
That's because
Check tonight.
yesterday was the 30th and it came out today, the 31st.
Oh, it must have been midnight then.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I have been looking forward to it. It's just a question of whether I need to watch it with somebody else.
Fair. Yeah, I watched the first episode today, and it was fun. I've been rereading the book, and I'm almost done with it. So.
That is my favorite book by both Pratchett and Gaiman, and I love both the actors. So.
That's a bold statement.
That's an incredibly bold statement.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. It is not my favorite by either, but sometimes the whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
Well, the Hellhound did it for me.
Yeah, the Hellhound in this is so cute.
I know. Well, I haven't seen it yet, but it's like I always visualize the Hellhound as being adorable.
Yeah, I always pictured it as a poodle. And it's not a poodle in this, but it's a really cute dog.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the image I used for something a very long time ago.
What is it?
It's a surprise.
Oh, well, then I can't help you. You don't get to complain.
Oh, no, it's fine. I found a way to find it. I think. Shit. Maybe it's just further down. No, nope, it's not. Fuck, I guess it's further up. Because I used an image for the Elven City when you guys did go in.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
that was forever ago.
Yep.
That was fucking, yeah.
And, like, I can find so much. Like, if
That
I
was
go
when-
to Henlo Beloth, I can find a picture of, like, the elves and, like, the masked admirers and the singular tree from which you could communicate with them. But I cannot find the image that was used for the city itself.
It's right when we were level 14. That helps. Wow, that was 5 levels ago. Crap.
Time flies when you're swole as fuck.
Right, and the food got spoiled. Plague of locusts. And then you returned back to the masked admirers. And then... fuck. Because I know you guys went into the city for a little bit. And they helped one of you with some problems. But I cannot find the image I used for the city.
Well, it was just Clem and I. We had to leave. Holt out.
I don't think you had to leave him anywhere. He was like, fuck no, I'm not going with you.
Oh, if
You
that
left him with
was-
his paladin friends.
If that's the case, then I only sent it to... Ah, not Alf. Elf. Shit.
Oh, it might be in ours.
I was about to say, it might be in your personal chats. Wait.
QQ.
Fuck.
You're welcome.
Oh, did you find it?
No,
Oh.
you're welcome for making it difficult to find.
Oh, God. I long for the sweet embrace of death.
Later.
Later. Oh, well. I'll just have to use this one that I found that was cool. Or I could hit view more for more.
Wow, we chat more than I thought.
Oh, yeah. No, that thing just goes up forever, dude. And God, it's a very specific image. Because I have used a bunch of these in the past to be like, it's a magical city. But this one was like weird. Oh, there is a cat sleeping on my bed. She finds my bed much comfier than her owner's. That's a Casper mattress, baby. Oh well, I'll just use this one. This one's good.
I think I found it. I think I found it.
Oh shit! Hit me with that link. Hit me with that link.
Tell me if this is the one.
I guess that is it. No, there we go. The second one. Or did I use all of these to represent it?
Use both. Those are those. I was just trying to make sure that they were the Elven City and not the. I was remembering the strange conversation I had after we killed the big critter.
Right. The Baloth.
Aklo.
Oh, Aklo is a language it speaks.
Yeah, but it was the entity that not the Baloth itself, but some other entity.
Oh.
That was pissed off.
Parent or something.
Right.
Apparently, Aklo and Echo sound a lot alike.
This is true. Anyway, so Solandra, when you go to sleep, you wake up there.
Literally?
That's a very good question. Jeez, you can't be a day older than... When did your mother take you away? Do you even remember?
I was a teen.
You were a teen.
Like mid-teen. I think, well, probably a little younger than mid-teen even.
You can't be a day older than 29. You are so small. Before the malnutrition really started to hit you hard. Before the tattoos, before brother, you almost feel naked, even though you're fully clothed.
Reach up and touch my scalp.
Ah, a full head of hair!
Long, flowing locks. Fuck.
Everything seems strange. Like the world is submerged in... Not molasses, it's not that thick, but maybe nectar? Yes, nectar.
So, I'm older than I was when I left.
No, you should be younger than you are when you left.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I left. Yeah.
Oh, literally in teens. I thought, because elves age slow.
Right. I was literally, yeah. I've been in, I was like 20 or so when I was enslaved.
Got it. Okay. So you can't be a day older than 15.
Little baby.
Little baby Solandra with long hair. It feels so strange.
I go find a mirror. I'm sure they're fucking all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
This is what fucking dreaming's like. Ugh, overrated. Alright, so I look around.
You appear to be in your home. Your mother is there. But she is up in the high tower. It'd be best not to disturb her when she's in her experiments.
Mm.
Your father might be in the study, or he might be in the parlor entertaining guests. He has so many guests, your father, and you have no idea what they're there for.
Father. Oh, crap. Alright, so Sandra is like looking around trying to analyze her surroundings to see what was different, where the secret message or aberration was, but the idea of father, I have no image of him in my head. It's hard to turn that away from that one. I grab hold of my fucking flowing locks and I tie them up in a knot.
They're much easier to deal with now. Christ, they're so long. They almost reach your legs. It's like, god damn it. If you crouch down, you can step on your own hair. That's fucked up.
Any sharp?
Believe it or not, Reynold, there was a time that my hair was.
I don't believe it.
Me too, actually.
Ah!
Huh. I look around for brother.
Brother isn't there.
Is there anything that could be brother in another form?
No, you haven't met brother yet. As I said, his absence makes you feel a little naked.
All right, I'm gonna head into the study.
You head to the study, and there is an elven figure seated at the desk. He does not seem to have heard you come in.
Does he have a chair facing him?
He does.
All right, I sit down in the chair, sort of sideways, leaning, sort of like leaning on it, and I take a look.
He turns to look at you and simply says, "You can come in and run and hug your father, you know." And his face is so familiar. It is the masked admirer you saw unmasked.
Mm-hmm. So he was the one that we had determined was the actual one that the others were speaking for.
Yes.
Fuck.
Before he can tut you for harsh language, you wake up.
Oh, fuck. I've been avoiding that. So this is what Slenderhicks had already expected, given what Atriel had told her. Atriel mentioned that I had met my father already, so that narrowed the field a lot.
That's right. Of all of your parentage, Salandra's father is clearly the most evil. He's a politician.
Duh! He's a fucking bureaucrat.
Well, the thing that going through Salandra's mind is, fuck, I'm an elfin princess.
Wow.
She retches a little bit. Oh, could you be more of a stereotype? Ugh. I need a new piercing.
So you come to and you realize you're not in the comfy pile of gold.
Mm.
You've wandered a bit. Brother is in your hand, and you've just sort of been dragging him around. And when you say, I could use a new piercing, you hear Chopo's voice that just says, I can accommodate.
Cool. Oh, fuck. All right, that dream shit's overrated.
Good or bad?
Yeah.
The best ones always are. What were you hoping for? Something in your ears? Something through your nose?
I think I ran out of ear.
Clem stretches in cat form, rolls over, pops back to halfling.
What do I have left?
You could do like a dermal piercing, like on your cheekbones.
I was about to say,
That's not a bad idea.
Nope, Clem, no, halt, you're not a part of this conversation.
I'm not?
Nope.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Nope.
No, but that'll get in the way of my tattoos. I mean, I guess I get another eyebrow piercing.
You could get something a little bit more intimate pierced.
Oh, I've already done that. How many more can I get?
I'd stop at 8.
Eight pairs or 8 individual holes?
8 around the inner wall, so 8 individual holes.
Well, let's see. I've done.
You've got
Let's
either
go
side
with
of
the
the
other.
nose, septum, tongue, lip,
Got the
Monroe,
septum.
snake bites.
Snake bites. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could do
Or
that.
angel bites, if you do the other side.
Yeah, pierce. I already have a pierced lower lip, but I could have studs on either side of the upper. That would work. Okay, cool.
Very well then. You said that the dream was both good and bad, yes?
Yeah.
Then I will give you a good memory and a bad memory. And she waves her hands and conjures to a golden stud and an onyx stud. Which would you prefer on which side?
Onyx left, gold right.
Sinistral and destral. I like a classicist. And she gives you 2 fresh piercings. Not painlessly applied, but expertly done.
I'm analyzing. Is there any magic on these things?
No more magic than is the faintest aura of draconic memory.
You have my gratitude, my lady. I will treasure these.
I hope so. If your face gets ripped off, I think you'll have more to worry about, though. More so than the vanity you adorn them with. More so than the terrible beauty lost. Anyway. Perhaps I should wake the others.
They're, Clementine can be a heavy sleeper.
She's probably curled up on Holt's warm tummy.
Particularly after she's had a lot of exercise.
Ah, I see. Really? It seemed like it had been so long since.
For her?
Yes.
Oh. Hmm. For her, yeah, probably.
Well, also, relatively speaking, like, Clem, didn't you age 5 years?
Uh,
A lot
I aged,
more than that.
I aged almost 10 years.
That's a hell of a dry spell, Clem.
And, like, she
Yeah.
did fuck people after that. But
Yeah,
not
there
that
was
many.
the sorcerer and the
Yeah.
orgy in
In
District
Janam.
6.
Okay, that one was pretty good.
Yeah, that was definitely well on the way to breaking the 10-year dry spell.
Got it. But you all get awoken by a dragon.
Morning.
Now then, eat your breakfast, pack your bags, and get ready to go.
I'm making the coffee.
I've kept you for too long already. Another day, and I'll keep you forever.
Yeah, in your case, my lady, I'm sure that's not hyperbole.
It's not. I'm very territorial.
Fair enough.
But consider my offer. Consider the alternatives. And come talk to me before you open that damnable door.
Absolutely.
Will do.
Yes. And we'll come with gifts.
Ooh, I like gifts.
Only fitting for your hospitality.
It is something that I always loved about the winter holidays. The spirit of giving. Although there are so many of us who are only interested in the spirit of taking.
It's not as much fun.
That's what you think.
I just look over at her vast hoard as Clementine makes that comment and just shake my head slightly.
Taking's not as fun. Bitch, you wrong.
You are objectively wrong.
Just objectively wrong, man. Sorry. So, yes. You all have a fantastic breakfast. If there is nothing more that anybody wants to say in particular.
Not say, but do.
Ooh.
As I'm gathering my equipment, I would like to take the gold Palor symbol and try to stealthily as I can just leave it on the pile of treasure.
You
A
have
gesture of goodwill.
Ooh. When did you get a golden Palor symbol?
I picked it up when we fell into the hot spring for the first time, before we did realize that this was a dragon horde.
Got it. If you had taken that with you, there would have been consequences.
That's what I rolled for.
Good man.
I would like to try and do it as stealthily as possible, so if I could do a sleight of hand.
Roll
Oh
it.
crap.
A 14.
Make a sense motive roll.
A 15.
Well, she's looking right at you the whole time you do it, but she doesn't say anything.
I give a kind of a mischievous little half smile and shoulder my pack, and I didn't do anything wrong, so there's...
Right. Just didn't want to get noticed. It's a part of the mystique, damn it. Unfortunately,
There's no passive perception in Pathfinder, right?
no, but I generally consider your perception scores.
Yeah, so your bonus.
Doing something actively, which is why I never tell Holt anything. But I tell Clem and Solandra lots of shit. Mostly Clem. I like to lean on the Clem because Clem has special.
That's
abilities.
I have very special eyes.
Specialized in
I'm
perception.
gonna fucking kill myself.
Please kill me.
Oh man, one of my coworkers was like, "Yeah, one of those young kids, Arthur, kept joking about killing himself, and I didn't get it." And I was like, "You don't. You just don't get it. You're old, and you don't get it. The planet's boiling. We're all gonna die. Fucking who cares?" And he was like, "Well, I guess I just don't see it that way." And I'm like, "Of course you don't."
Because you're gonna die in 5 years,
Nihilism.
not of climate disaster.
But anyway, so you guys head down that delightful draconic tunnel. That's what she said. And you continue your way through the Underdark.
So a strange combination of smog and Benny Hill.
Well, shit.
What do you mean, Mr. DM?
Don't worry about it. So you guys travel through the Underdark for another day.
So, something really, really funny came up, guys. As we're, when we're a pretty good distance away from the lair. Turns out, Clem, you remember that dude we met in the Elven City?
Oh, yeah.
Well, my ghost mom kind of made a comment that I kind of got a little bit of mystical confirmation of last night. So I make a very elaborate bow, and then like a salame, and then stand up very straight with my chin up and my nose thrust in the air, and I'll hold my hand out. Princess Salandra would appreciate your adoration.
Well,
You serious?
Fuck yeah! I thought I vomited a little bit in my mouth when I found out. That's why I got the piercings.
You know, it really makes a lot more sense now.
Clem does a very elaborate and dramatic bow and kisses Salandra's hand. Because, at your service, Princess Salandra.
Maybe you're a princess too.
Nah.
A viscountess.
There we go.
You can be my handmaid.
All right. That I accept.
So are you having little dragon babies?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
I have other things to do, okay?
Yeah. Oh, so that's just random fucking nonsense. Oh, crap.
Congratulations on your new title.
Yeah, I think I'm a bastard. As well as being a bitch, so, kind of irrelevant.
You're covering all of the bases here.
I try. So, I mean, I could probably go there and just kick ass until they gave me a tower.
That's true.
Do you really want one, though?
Fuck, I actually do want a tower. I mean, I don't want one in there, but a tower would be kind of cool.
Towers are metal. Just saying. Grub has a tower. It's not very tall.
Somewhere in District 2, though.
A tower that's not made out of fucking trash. But, a spire. Something I can leap off of dramatically.
Hero landing. Those are hell on your knees,
I mean, what you could do is throw your station.
What was that?
Throw yourself dramatically off the ledge during boring conversations.
I do that all the time.
Just fly away.
Oh,
Look
But
at
yeah,
this
that
shit.
makes-
It's great. Look at this tower.
Cool.
so maybe a tower one of these days. But maybe like warlord. I mean, princess just. Ugh. So, anyway, about the little conversation we had back there.
Hmm.
You guys really think that's a good idea?
I don't think it should be completely tossed away.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying tossed away, but you do recognize that they would be running. They'd be running Septemport.
As much as we let them.
I think that the thing we have to remember is what Chiapoa said, that this is one of the few opportunities that they have to come to Septemport as friends and allies.
Yeah, I know.
And that if they don't, then the next time they'll be coming is as warlords. But if
This is
we all come together now as friends and allies, we can see each other's goals and what we want to do together. And
Well,
And then in 50 years, when everything's falling apart, someone will be like, "No, don't you remember the good old days?" And there will be some good old days to harken back to.
all I'm saying is that as far as it goes, we may just be trading one set of rulers for another. Now, she seems like a lot of fun and a fantastic lay from all sides. But
but that's
dragon-
not
the
the
Dragon
only-
Emperor might also be similar. We haven't met him yet.
I don't really care to. If we're going to have a dictatorship, I would rather it come from inside our world.
Well, also,
Literally.
you've seen how the Dragon Emperor treats his slaves and the master of his slaves.
Exactly.
That much you do know, and you did have a short conversation with Erlon, and he was just like, somebody asked him, "What's the Emperor like?" And he just said, "Awful."
Bear in mind that she's implied that there are possibly thousands of them down here.
Alright.
So, I don't know what that means in terms of. It's a little hard to imagine what what that would look like on the surface. Now, if they leave Septemport, not quite so bad though. We're kind of kicking our shit downstream. All right.
I mean,
Anyway,
unless you
I'm
kill
not-
all the dragons, you're still kicking the shit down the stream.
I'm not dismissing the idea. It's they're definitely they're if the creator stops being a stick over their head, then we've got a problem. Anyway, so we have to figure it out at some point. But all I'm saying is we may be bringing in a wolf to protect our sheep.
Well, it's
Well-
more like bringing in some cats to kill the rats. And then you need dogs to chase the cats, and then lions to chase the dogs, and then elephants to kill the lions, and then, oh dear God, I've gone cross-eyed.
And then they'll squash you. Yes. By accident.
Have I told
suppose
you
you're
about
the one-
Dwarf Fortress elephants?
No.
What?
Sorry. Digression. Dwarf Fortress elephants. So in Dwarf Fortress, creatures do more damage based on how big their size is, and elephants have a really huge size modifier. So wild elephants are considered to be the bane of Dwarf Fortress dwarves. In one fortress, there was such a terrible rogue elephant that so you can build statues and things, and you can tell you can tell people what the statue is about, but if you don't, they will naturally construct a statue anyway. And the statue that they created was of an elephant, just like make a random statue, slam it. The statue was depicting an elephant doing something unspeakable to a dwarf. Anyway, elephants, bro. Elephants.
Damn.
Holt, you may continue. You may continue.
It just occurred to me that you and she could have had real shapeshifter sex with both of you just changing shapes the whole time.
Who's to say you
And-
didn't?
And Clem just looks at her and goes, "How do you think we lasted that long?"
Fair point.
I'm just saying that between the two of us, we offered a novel.
Fire elemental, water elemental combo could be really interesting.
You might say it's steamy.
Oh my goodness.
How much psychic damage does Hull take?
We're gonna get to the wish machine, and I'm going to wish myself dead.
Nothing else will do it.
All right. Well, we have some big fucking problems to address before we even get to that door. So maybe we'll just get killed before it happens.
And then the problems will be over.
Or someone
us.
else's. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not optimal.
Definitely not.
Let's keep a.
So from her vague directions, apparently we travel along this way, and it's going to eventually branch to Drows
kinda hoping-
one way, and
There's supposedly a silver dragon somewhere along our route, but we might have lost that. We might have lost that way. That was the one that Deuteronomy was trying to steer us to.
oh yeah.
Clementine, looking for a match set.
That's not how they match. But that is definitely an experience that I would love to repeat when I am recovered in about 4 to 6 weeks.
Oh, I just stroke my hand along her face and give her the regenerative sinew.
Shit.
The body is willing, but the spirit is weak.
That kind of exhaustion is truly spiritual.
That being said, you do have a spring in your step. And you already had a spring in your step, so it's more like you've got boots of leaping and... what's it called? Spriting and stringing?
Something
yep.
like that, yeah.
Yep. I say I've already got boots of lightning leaping, though they're technically ankle bracelets of lightning leaping.
Oh, we were just face to face with an actual dragon, and I didn't bother to think of what to ask her in the moment. Fuck.
Well, we're going to see her again. I was trying to be a little bit cagey with what I told her.
No, I mean, she might have been able to tell us more. Grisabella, I just remembered, she mentioned the silver dragon's name is Gelra.
I have a vague sense that red dragons and silver dragons don't... And she kind of reinforced that. They don't like each other. Like, loathe. Despise. I mean, this might be like the stereotypical. Obviously, the stories are not completely accurate, but there was a note to her voice when she talked about silver dragons that suggested that she fucking hated them.
Those of Bahamut's brood and those of Tiamat's clutch generally do not get along.
That's pretty much exactly what she said. Yes.
Yeah. That's not to say, like, consider them like political enemies. I won't kill you, but if you died, I wouldn't weep.
Well, it might be sort of like Republicans and Democrats back in the '80s when they could go to each other's like weddings and bar mitzvahs. Well, probably not so many bar mitzvahs back then. And they might even go to like each other's barbecues and like social events, and then they would be enemies on the floor, but still friends behind the scenes.
No, it's more like it is today, where they're quote unquote friends
they hate each other's
behind the
guts.
scenes and fucking shouting at each other in the streets.
Yeah, they don't even live in the same places anymore. They hate each other's guts. So.
Yup.
Okay.
She mentioned a silver dragon and a black dragon on the way to the Drow City. And now I'm feeling a little paranoid.
Well, we, I think that, strangely enough, we impressed her, or at least she had a good read on us. And I think that despite her power, she was not completely... I don't think she disregarded us in that way. So that's good to know. I mean, at least that's my impression.
I agree with you, Salandra. When I spoke to her at length about many things, but she understood that we were scions and understood why that was important.
All right.
So you said something about smoking being illegal in the fucking Drow City?
Yep.
A lot of things are illegal in the Drow City.
I take a long draw.
So, Chiapoa suggested that we have a what was the word she used? A patron?
Yes.
Yeah. So that we're not taken in for the crime of illegal immigration. So I thought we would, if we find a bat or some sort of thing, I'd like to try and send a message ahead to my grandfather, see if he's in the city, and but we'll
Well, I don't know if we have to go into the city. It might be, yeah, it'd certainly be a fucking interesting experience.
yeah.
But there's another option I can think of too, but it's painful and expensive for me.
In what way?
Well, the trick I did with my mom, I could do that again with someone else.
Oh.
So
Ooh.
some random dead-ass powerful drow.
That I think the cost is too high for that.
Right. I mean, like I said, that's my only other thought if your grandfather doesn't pan out. And the cost would be high.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah. They might demand my virginity. I am a princess.
That's true. We cannot
That's a bartering
besmirch
chip.
the holy coochie.
And
I'll
please
fight
remember,
for your honor, my lady.
I regenerate. just say.
Elves.
Fucking elves. But yeah, sorry. When considering a dragon's affection, my mind is drawn towards the game Sacrifice and the god Pyro within it. When you do something that Pyro approves of, he has a simple phrase for you.
Hold on a
Power
sec, knock at the
belongs
door.
to those who can wield it.
Excellent.
We all used to be so nice. Well, except me. But you guys used to be nice.
Oh, I think I gotta move my car.
Oh.
BRB.
Hey, are we jumping through some time? I'm just, curious in terms of if we're already at sleeping arrangements, because you kind of had implied before I started talking that we were going to jump.
Oh yeah, sleeping is gonna happen.
All right, so I do have a handy dandy wand of rope trick.
Ooh. Time to sleep in the rope.
Which I believe means we can sleep sort of safely.
It increases the safety.
I mean, I guess I'm meditating and Holt is fucking doing whatever Holt does. So.
Oh. To slay a god. Can you imagine, Mithras? The sense of the power. Tell me. I confess, there are moments when I lost sight of any greater purpose, and the power alone seemed purpose enough. Damn, that's some good dialogue.
What was that from?
Once again, from Sacrifice.
Ah, okay.
The main character of the campaign, Eldred. That's what he. That's some dialogue he has. But yeah. Oh, poor Eldred. He used to be. His story is like a pretty sad but simple one. He used to be the head sorcerer, vizier, and advisor to a king. And he helped defend the kingdom from that king's enemies, by any means necessary. But the king could always pass off the terrible things. The king could always pass off the terrible things that Eldred had done simply by saying, "It wasn't me, it was Eldred." But when the king died, and Eldred came to power himself, things went sour because he was not as well loved as the king had been. And so he summoned a demon to help defeat his enemies, and the demon was like, "Cool, I will defeat your enemies. I will defeat everything." And Eldred was like, "What was that second thing?" And the demon was like, "What?" And then the demon kind of destroyed the world.
So the name of this game is Sacrifice. What sort of game is that? I can't recall it.
A third-person real-time strategy game where you play as a wizard over-the-shoulder style.
Oh,
And you summon creatures and cast spells.
that sounds vaguely familiar.
It does sound familiar.
It is a pretty cool game. I have a playthrough on my channel, but it's horrifically glitchy.
The game or your
the visuals, the menus keep blinking in and out of existence.
Weird.
Yeah.
Sacrifice. Ooh, only $9.99.
It is pretty fucking good. Ah. Oh, damn. But But yeah, it is a pretty fun game.
Yeah, looking at Steam.
It has got some wild art, and it's got some fucking A+ voice acting with motherfucking Tim Curry in it.
No, seriously?
Seriously,
Worm.
Tim Curry
Wait,
voices the god of air.
That's an old game. This came out in November 2000.
Mm-hmm.
This is almost as fucking old as Baldur's Gate.
Yep.
Wow.
I'm due for another playthrough of Baldur's Gate.
I've only played through Baldur's Gate itself like maybe 5 or 6 times. Baldur's Gate 2, God, I don't know how many times I've played that stupid game. Oh, like 20.
Maybe because there's still more shit to discover.
You know, I fucking romance Viconia almost every single time.
Weak.
It's like, all right, I should romance Aerie. Oh man, she's so boring. I should romance who's the obnoxious half elf chick?
Jaheira?
Jaheira, yeah. I've romanced Jaheira. I've made it through. It was hard.
It's so hard, especially because it's fucking bugged.
She is so prickly.
Well, number one, she's so prickly, and number two, so like the way the romance works is that so in between certain triggers, there is you have to play a number of in-game hours. You can't just run out the clock. It's in-game hours. You have to be playing the game for that long. And the issue is
you can't actually pause the game and let the clock run.
That's true. But the problem is, one of the triggers is 40 hours because they accidentally put a fucking 0 after the 4.
Yeah, the Jaheira one is a pain.
And it's super easy to fuck up. You can just lock yourself out, and she's like, no, we're not doing this. This isn't happening.
The thing is I've done it. It's just not as much fun as... I mean, Viconia is surprisingly the best relationship. So... That's the one that was like, she's sort of nominally evil, but she's actually pretty decent most of the times. And once you get past her, a couple of issues of psychopathic rage.
Right.
And we won't even talk about romancing Enemin.
Guess who I romance?
Who are your romance?
I bet you can guess.
Fuck. What's his name? I never recruited the paladin.
Enemin.
Her name, actually.
Oh.
Corwin.
Who?
Captain Shale Corwin. The archer.
I don't think I ever recruited her.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, this is from Baldur's Gate, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I also never recruited her in that.
Fair.
No, I thought that was a guy.
No. I don't think so. No.
The archer? I thought that was a guy, yeah.
Nope. It's Roma's mother. And a member of the Flaming Fist.
Nah, man, I never recruited her. I don't even know she exists.
Fair.
Oh yeah, I've seen that picture before. I never found her.
Anyway.
She's lawful good.
Of
course she is.
I don't know if Viconia is neutral evil, but she still seems not neutral evil. Most of her dialogue.
Well, I mean, the thing about her dialogue is just it's like, sorry, according to D&D alignments, if you feel like, if you get that bloodlust, that just means you're evil, bro.
That's just how it be.
I mean, she basically got kicked out of the drow for refusing to sacrifice a baby. You know, I mean,
yeah, that doesn't make you good.
Well, I guess.
If you're willing to slit throats for your god, but draw the line at the baby, that's great. You're not abominable. You can still get smited by
Still
a
a
paladin.
That's a good metric for if something is evil enough or not.
That's my metric. A dinosaur, big, destructive, eats people, can't get smited by a paladin. It doesn't have any evil intent. It doesn't do this. It just does this because it's gotta eat.
I think it's technically smote.
Shut up. You're fired. Clean out your desk and go home.
Get smart.
So
Holt, on the other hand, he could get smote
big
big time.
Oh.
So,
Anyway.
you haven't made it to the Drow City yet. You are all feeling very tired.
All right, so when we find a alcove to bed down for the night, I'll cast rope trick and and show this weird ass little spell to people to my friends.
Rope trick, you say?
Yeah, climb the rope. There's rope hanging from nothing.
I feel like I'm about to be the butt of some joke.
I'm sorry,
Probably.
Holt. You have to do it. I can't.
I will
figure you
try
don't-
to climb the rope.
I figure you don't have your mushroom circle thing, so this will do.
So do y'all climb the rope?
I do.
I transform into a monkey and climb the rope.
Rope climbed. Oh, Clementine, did you find a spider to send to your grandfather?
I don't know if I did. I would be looking for one.
Oh, you
but-
definitely would have if you're looking for one.
Okay, cool.
Ooh, a slime mold.
And I will type out the message. Alright, guys, how the hell do I compose this?
Who does anybody get squicked out by spiders?
Nope. Thanks for asking, though.
No, I'm good.
Oh, that's a
Clem-
big boy.
Did you learn? Did you learn? Oh, geez, that's puny.
Also, I think Corwin is only from the advanced edition.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, we were referring to. Oh no, she's only in Siege of Dragon.
Siege of Dragon Spear.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, I never played that one.
Neither have I.
I would explain it.
Also, if you're not in the advanced edition, there are no romances.
Yeah, the romances they added to Baldur's Gate 2 were just lame. The dialogue was horrible, and the voice acting was terrible for the enhanced edition. Like the half orc anti paladin and the wild mage.
I like the wild mage.
She is like the most annoying voice actress.
Oh.
I have paper and a pen at your disposal, Clementine.
This should have been a John Arenicus romance. Damn it.
Man, how do I even start this kind of thing? Like, hey, I know we haven't met, but I'm on a quest to save the world, and...
Have I taught you Undercommon yet? I know we were talking about it.
Yes. All this time I have not had my character sheet up.
Bitch.
Hey, let's talk in Undercommon so Holt won't know what the fuck's going on.
Oh, come on.
Blah 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 blah.
We should have a
Yes, I
really
have
long.
common, halfling, druidic, sylvan, and undercommon.
We should have a really, really long conversation without, in Undercommon and just annoy the hell out of him. We don't actually have to say anything, but if we talk a lot and laugh hysterically, he's gonna just be so annoyed.
Just play the game where you tell each other bad jokes until one of you laughs.
Yeah, I could do that. I'm terrible at jokes, though.
Fine.
Oh, I should
I'm gonna learn a
mention,
language that none of you know how to speak, and then I'll talk to myself.
Sacrifice also has Tony J as a voice actor.
Who's Tony J?
Oh man, he voiced the Beholder from Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance.
What?
Yeah.
You know, my favorite voice actors from video games were David Warner, obviously, John Rennicus, but Clancy
I'm
Brown
an idiot.
was great.
He's the voice actor for Frollo.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking. Ah! Cool. Okay, I know him. We're good.
Oddly enough, I haven't really played many games with like Matt Mercer or any of the Critical Role people.
The only one I've played is Overwatch.
I was doing a replay of Nier the other day, and not Matt Mercer, but Liam is the voice of Grimoire Noir. No, Vice. It's Vice. Always get them mixed up.
I think I've heard that voice in like one of the like YouTube videos. It's a very Vax-like voice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Snooty Brit.
Oh yes.
Actually, in seriousness, we probably should talk in Undercommon just so we're a little bit better prepared. Though our accents are going to be fucking abominable.
Alright, guys, how's that look? I just dropped it in the,
Can't fucking read it, but I think your handwriting looks fine.
Thanks! What about the doodles?
I can read those.
I think you can leave out the Anna Goat bit.
Meh.
Yeah, but what if they think he's like livestock or something?
Well, he's a statue right now, isn't he? I think it's probably the safest for that type of place.
Yeah, but if I keep him in a statue form too long, his legs get all stiff.
It's true.
Maybe mention that he's your familiar and therefore not livestock.
There you go. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. And love you and the big heart. I'm not sure. Well, I don't know a whole fucking lot about drow culture, so they don't have a very good reputation where I come from. But I just remember that really vaguely.
Maybe if I just have a little heart. Because if I don't put something like that in, and then he meets me, he's going to be like, who the hell are you? That just sent a letter.
Okay.
So I send this slightly edited message off.
Actually, if you can say traveling two companions, one of whom is an elf.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah.
And should I say that Holt is a hellbred, or just call him a tiefling?
I don't think it's going to cause a significant problem with them, but I might be a problem. I'm not sure.
Gotcha. I don't know that much about drow culture.
I just know that there was some ugliness at some point, and that it seems like it got better somehow, but I don't really know. Can I make a history roll to say how much I know
About what exactly?
about the differences between like high elves and drow?
Oh, roll it.
Let's see. History is plus 16, 27.
27. You know that there are a great many differences. Mostly elves play nice, so to speak, with their politics, and drow fight dirty.
So me entering an elven city, is that going to be a drow city? Is that going to be more of a problem than say just a random other race?
Oh no, not a problem at all.
Okay.
They will refer to you as their merciful cousins, perhaps. But you won't get anything more than the occasional taunt for your heritage.
That's acceptable.
Well, it might not be so bad.
Just like, oh, look, like the drow generally treat elves like children, sort of. Just like, oh, you think you can save the world without getting your hands dirty? Oh.
Oh, look
God-
at them. They're so cute.
God bless you, child. God bless. Like the dichotomy that immediately springs to mind is the difference between Vash and knives in
Yeah.
Trigun. The scenario particularly of the butterfly and the spider. So Vash comes upon a butterfly caught in a spider's web, and the spider is going to go kill the butterfly, and he's trying to find a way to get rid of to free the butterfly from the web without hurting the butterfly, or killing the spider, or destroying the web. And like he can't figure it out, and the spider is closing in, and then his brother just crushes the fucking spider, and is like, "It's easy. You just kill the spider. The fuck are you doing?" It's like that. A drow would just kill the spider. An elf might let the butterfly die.
The drow would be like, "Oh wow, that's beautiful! Look at how the spider's wrapping that butterfly up in silk. That's awesome."
I mean, you get the point.
Applause!
Applause!
Bravo!
It's performance art.
You can take the lolth out of the drow, but you can't take the spiders out of the drow. Wait, what?
Wait, what?
You definitely can't take the spiders out of the driders.
Hooey!
Ew.
You can with a high enough base attack bonus.
Ew.
That's right.
Are driders in the Pathfinder?
Yes.
Yay! Give me that big spidery boy. Like, what the fuck? Why do driders know lightning bolt? Fuck it, whatever.
I once had a very, very short-lived campaign where 2 members of the player party were tar people. One was a drider, and one was a drider but a scorpion.
Huh. Also, driders are sexually dimorphic. Female driders are different than male driders. The spider parts.
That doesn't surprise me.
Oh, also only female drow get to keep their body. Male driders often bear a hideous face, more spider than drow, complete with fanged mandibles.
Hot.
Yeah.
You're all thinking it.
Speak for yourself. But anyway, Clementine, is that the letter as you have drafted it?
Mhm.
You send it off into the night, and you all sleep up the rope trick. It's weird.
So what is the rope trick?
I will show you what lives above the rope trick.
Okay.
Now, if you want luxury, there's always your mushroom circle thing. But this will do.
I had my mouse.
Let me get my snipping tool.
Basically, you climb a rope, go through an invisible hole into a weird extra-dimensional space.
Oh
That's
no!
invisible from below.
I have got a shape of the extra-dimensional space.
Hello, monster.
I don't know if this is too old a reference for you guys, but there was always like the sort of a cliche when I was a kid of like a guy playing a flute and the rope coming up out of the basket.
Yep.
And then they climb the rope and disappear.
Yep.
So that is literally the D&D interpretation of that meme.
Yeah, that's what the
that's not
inside
too
of
old.
that's what the inside of the rope trick looks like.
That's so smart.
Really pretty.
So technically the rope has to stay down there, and technically there's still a hole leading up, but nothing can sense us here, and we're invisible from below.
That's true.
And since I don't really sleep, should be fine.
About to say, after last night's dreams, I'll stop sleeping.
Yeah, creepy princess dreams. Thank God we didn't get to the unicorn.
Oh, thank goodness.
Unicorn ponies in the stable.
Well, I mean, unicorns do love their virgins. Just to get totally creepy with it. All right, so Solandra, I assume you trance. Does everyone else sleep?
Yeah. I'll try.
I do my best.
Rolled kind of high. I don't think I'm... Can I choose to sleep?
You can.
Alright, I would like to.
Solandra, make a perception roll.
I think that's 35 again.
Deep in the night, or rather sleep period, it is impossible to determine day from night. When you guys reach the surface, it's going to be a fucking shit show. You guys get the rug tore out from underneath you. Literally.
Does someone just coil the rope and have us fall out of the ceiling?
No, they pull on it like a chandelier string. No, that's not how the spell works. They're special. That being said, now the question is, which one of you gets caught? Okay, so here's what happens.
Okay.
So, Solandra, you awaken from your trance as you realize something is going wrong with the rope. The extra-dimensional space gets destroyed and you fall to your feet. Holt, you do not wake up and you fall with a clatter. You take 2 points of fall damage.
I'm not even gonna mark that.
Yeah, don't. And you clatter to the floor as you take a little bump on the side. Oh, oof! Ah, my absolute shin. And then Clementine, you enter the welcoming arms of this guy.
Oh, hey!
And like as you say, "Oh hey," there's a knife to your throat. And he's just like, "All right, nobody move."
Okay.
Salandra's not doing anything yet, but she's preparing.
Y'all look pretty good with a blade. I'd hate to kill your friend.
She's not that easy to kill.
But that doesn't mean you should try. I'm Clementine.
Nice to meet
How
you.
are you?
I'm a little tense right now.
You seem it. Let's see what we can do about that. Are we encroaching on some territory we didn't know about?
No.
Okay.
So this guy is a drow?
He is definitely a drow. Very drow.
Okay, great, thank you.
It would be really funny if you had DR, I'd be like, nah, you ain't awake.
I do.
Oh, did you take no damage?
Yeah.
Give me just a D20. Give me a wisdom roll.
Oh, crap.
God. A 1.
You slept through it. You
Cool.
son of a bitch. You absolute madman. You slept through it.
I didn't roll a 1. I got a 1.
I know, but still. And like, there's a chance Holt would just sleep through that. Sorry.
It's true, he's done it before.
You didn't do enough damage. I didn't do any damage. Exactly.
Oh, DR.
Sometimes class features bite you in the booty.
Do he
Okay.
bite the booty?
Here's what you can do. I want you, little one, to turn around and face me. Don't worry. Contort yourself in however you need to. Just know, this isn't regular poison. I know it won't work on you. It's blight. It will.
Oh. Alright. I follow his instructions by turning into a snake.
As you are going to wild shape, he says, I should stipulate none of that shit.
Hey, you said however I need to contort.
Yeah, physically. If you turn into a
That
buffalo, if you turn into anything unnatural, it's the last thing you're gonna ever turn into.
They're perfectly natural. They're more natural than you.
Just turn around.
I turn around.
Yeah, you are one of mine. You have to be. You're only lippy enough. He says, dropping you.
I figured.
Christ. Hey, welcome aboard. Welcome to Drowtown.
Thanks.
Sorry, had to be sure.
No, that makes sense. I mean, my grandpa on the other side was always teasing me.
Oh, you cut out. Teasing you about what?
Oh, just my grandpa on the other side always teased.
You cut out again.
It's funny how it always happens like that.
Right?
He waits for that for a word to cut out.
For the punchline.
It's waiting for the punchline.
Discord gremlins are mean.
Fucking gremlins. Oh, Clem, it's your gremlins. It's not your fault. And yes, this man does look familiar to you, Clementine. It looks like your grandfather, as you saw him.
Cool.
As you saw him through the dragon's eyes.
I kick Holt.
Holt, you wake up. There's a strange man in your cave.
I raise my hand as like start to go for Jakara in her holster.
No.
Hmm.
Holt, Solander, meet my grandfather.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Is he speaking common?
Yes.
Okay. Hello.
Good to meet you too, I guess.
Okay. You, I know. Little Clementine. Hi, Elf.
I grin.
Nice to meet you. What the fuck are you?
Take a guess.
Demon? Little demon. A little weak demon who had to work very hard to get to his high stature.
Absolutely not. I'm a hellbred.
Holt.
Yeah.
And he is insulted for you to suggest that he worked hard at anything.
Well, except at fucking. He works really hard.
Noted.
You know, if you guys are just going to insult me, I'll go back to sleep and you can leave me here.
Was that an insult?
No.
So what are you complaining about?
Demon thing. I'm not a demon.
Oh, yeah. No, you're not a demon. You are technically...
It's complicated.
He's
He gives a
technically
smile.
mega cursed.
Yeah, technically he's got a little fiend.
No, it's actually defined as a curse. It's what makes him immune to curses. It's like having a garbage dump. If you dump more garbage on the garbage dump, it doesn't smell any worse. If you throw more curses on Holt, he can't get any more cursed. He's at maximum curse. He's at peak curse, guys.
That number don't get no higher.
So, why are you all down here?
Well, it wasn't really something I wanted to send in a letter, and the spider was too little to carry the whole thing anyway.
That makes sense. He did his best.
That was one fucking fast spider.
Or we're closer than we thought.
Yeah.
Oh, we slept for longer than we anticipated.
Listen. No. Gets up, finally.
We are here because the entire mountain is in danger.
Okay, I'm listening. I like this
All
mountain.
right.
I live on it. Or
Yeah.
under it.
Yeah.
In it.
So, there's this guy called the Dragon Emperor.
I understand everything. Got it. He's gonna come fuck shit up and take what's ours.
Exactly.
It's what dragons do. Usually.
Yeah, he's not even like a real dragon.
Really? Oh no, this is even worse. He's got dragon envy. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. You thought penis envy was bad? You ain't seen envy like dragon envy. Oh my god, every once in a while we get some half dragon down here swinging his dick like it's 3 feet long and then he gets fucking killed. But let me guess, this guy's got a shit ton of magical powers and all sorts of crazy jumped up bullshit, doesn't he?
Gate spells.
Oh
That's
my
his,
god.
Yeah.
He doesn't even do the work himself.
He takes out a handkerchief and holds it up to his mouth and he legitimately retches and it looks like he's going to vomit. Like you say gate spell and he's sickened. Sickened. Oh, okay. Got it. Christ. Alright, we're dealing with a major grade A sewage spewing asshole. Got it. So, what do you need from me?
Well, maybe directions. Though,
We are kind of headed towards your neighbors. I think that we were curious about visiting your city, but it wasn't. It was more along the way.
Okay, so you need to go to the city, but not the city? What the fuck are you talking about?
Your neighbors, the ones with the fangs.
Oh, okay, those cunts. Yeah, sure. You can't make me feel bad about what you do to a vampire.
Oh, sure.
Excellent.
That being said, I do have appearances to uphold. I will require 1 gold piece for safe passage.
I hand over 1 gold piece.
Thank you very much. My payment.
You're welcome.
My payment has been delivered. I am now in your employ.
Huh.
Don't tell anyone that I worked for free.
You didn't?
You're on retainer.
Exactly. This gold piece is important in more ways than one. All right. Yep. Sure. I can take you to the city, and I can show you to the vampire city. I'll just have to tidy some things up along the way. Ugh, God. I tell you what, you 3 have really ruined my weekend, but with good cause.
Oh, fair enough. We've ruined a lot of weekends. Gotten a lot of people out of the bathtub.
We'll make it up to you by saving the world.
I like the way you think. That sounds fair to me.
You know, it's funny. I don't really have much praise.
You have an int modifier.
Puppy.
Yeah, I literally have no appraise skill. I just have my int modifier.
You say that like it's insignificant.
Well, it's not in the 20s.
So it may as well be insignificant.
Oh my God. I want to see you play a fighter someday so you can suffer as I have suffered.
Never gonna happen. You're never
I
gonna
like
see Dave do it.
I like skillful fighters. I mean, like the ones that are like sort of the decks and
Oh, so fake fighters.
yeah, like Xena fighters. You know, Xena. That's a fighter for me.
I throw the chakram. I punch the bad guy. It's all good.
Do
Full
weird
plate armor,
acrobatic tricks.
Too heavy.
I like swashbucklers. I mean, swashbucklers are fun.
Swash, swash, buckle, buckle.
So I would do a swashbuckler in a minute. And I do, well, yeah, you've seen me play a barbarian.
Why do swashbuckler when you can do fighter archetype corsair?
Yeah, maybe.
Don't have to keep track of panache and all that bullshit, and you can still do dex build, and you get swim bonuses and armor.
Yeah, but if you spend...
And Great Cleave for free.
I do like free Great Cleave.
I have not looked at the Corsair.
I recommend it.
But I have no problems with panache.
Aw. Frog folk don't live very long. Anyway, sorry.
I keep getting distracted. It's okay.
It's okay. Everybody gets digressions, especially me. Can I get a heal check from all of you?
Sure, that's an odd thing to ask for.
Wow, that was actually not horrible.
A 1.
I'm sorry, Holt.
No, it's okay.
A 37.
Fuck.
I rolled a 16, and therefore I have a 15.
Clementine, you would guess your grandfather's age is somewhere around 250, which means as far as Drow running around like this asshole, he is getting up in years. In a couple decades, he won't be able to do it anymore. But I mean, in a couple decades, Holt will have died of old age.
I'm gonna die way before that.
I'd rapidly stop that train of thought before I get too.
Yeah, Holt will die of old age if he doesn't end up like King of Hell.
Or dead in a gun.
More like die of old age and then become King of Hell.
Fucking got him. Yeah. So the point is, your grandfather is your grandfather, and he's quote unquote old, but like he's not really that old.
Do Drow live as long as like regular elves?
Here's the thing about Drow. Drow do eventually die of old age.
Okay.
They can also, in the same way that elves can, they can always choose to die. Just like, snap their finger, go to sleep, snap their fingers, I'm done. I'm done with this shit. That being said, it takes them longer to reach venerable.
Mm.
And
Ennui.
right. The
They
ennui
die of
gets to
ennui.
you. But so like Drow middle age is more like 200 years, Drow old is more like 300, Drow venerable is like 375, and then the maximum age is 350 plus 4 to 400, and then when their time is up, their time is up.
Okay.
But a high elf can
400.
Yep.
That's a little bit of a range there.
I'm 379 years young. Meanwhile, that maximum age on the elf chart, ignore that. Just cross that out. Get rid of that. Doesn't exist. An elf keeps living until they're done. Often they choose to die before then, just because they're literally done. Like they saw all their great grandkids grow up, and they're like, "I'm done." Just to differentiate the drow from the elves a little bit.
Yeah, Slander won't get to die. She'll have to be policing her great 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 grandnieces and nephews forever.
I mean, until you get a -10 to all of your physical attributes.
Strollbrug.
I could still kick your ass. With what? Cosmic Ray, bitch?
Just become a lich at that point, honestly.
I'll be a Baelnorn. Come on.
As far as I'm concerned, a Baelnorn is just an elvish lich. You can't tell me I'm wrong.
They're much nicer than liches.
Oh, are they? Are there special rules for it?
Yeah, Baelnorn and can be like actually good aligned.
Oh. Well, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, liches can also be good aligned. But a paladin can still smite them. Sorry, you broke too many rules.
So, do we want to visit the Drow City first?
You should probably visit there, get all the paperwork out of the way, have a place to run to in case vampires try to cut your head off.
That seems like a likely thing that's going to happen.
Oh,
So-
they're definitely going to try.
All right, now how do we avoid getting fucking enslaved or whatever it is that you folks do?
Oh, I wouldn't even worry about it. They don't enslave people like you. They put a brand on your forehead and make you do something stupid.
Your kind of people, Salandra.
I don't have any space on my forehead.
They'll make room. I'd say they're not going to waste you schlubs on hard labor. They're going to send you straight on the, awful suicide mission, like go kill a bunch of mind flayers, or tell a beholder to suck a fat one, shit like that.
But that's already on our to-do list.
That's true.
Exactly. So consider you won't even lose anything, and you usually get to keep what you kill.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of geezes.
I'm not telling you to be a fan. I'm just telling you that it's probably going to happen. And please don't destroy my entire society.
Well, since you
Clem looks a little guilty.
And he holds his hands up in prayer. Please, I am begging you. I can look at you. I can look at you, elf girl. I can see the power within you. I don't know if you can actually create a gigantic magical disaster, but I know you could fuck up so much shit that it would just make everything worse. And you look like you're this close to succumbing to unfathomable bloodlust. So I'm going to assume that you don't have a lot of patience. So I'm going to ask you to please be patient, and then I'm going to expect for you to punch me in the face.
I don't like punching.
Aww, you're sweet. All right, kiddo, Alonzi.
All right, let's get going.
Away we go.
I say I don't like punching, and then I just let I sing a little song, just a little tune, and then I punch the wall nearby with my Song of Arcane Triumph. So that's a 19d6 attack.
There is a chunk of wall that gets punched. Ooh. I like it. Hey guys. I like it. So you guys walk through some tunnels for a while. You have a brief breakfast. You toss, right, introductions are exchanged. Clem, what's your grandfather's name?
Bilal.
Bilal. I'm Bilal, and you're like, I'm Nikolai Holt. Got it, you're a mayfly. Sorry, kid. I know you're a big Bojan badass, but until you're in a history book, I'm probably not going to remember your name.
Probably not even that.
Oh, please. You're definitely going in a history book. Someone's going to remember Nikolai Holt, or whatever his name was.
It's already in one.
Champion of the... You see?
Yeah. Well, for good and bad. I look over at them. There was a history of the Hell Jungle that they already published over in District 6. History of the War of the Hell Jungle. We're all in it. It's not that flattering.
Clem cringes.
So.
That's what had to be done.
Yep.
Ooh, Deus Vult. Always a great excuse.
If it's any consolation, the description of me was the most colorful.
Of course. Just because back then, compared to us, you were most colored. You still are.
Hey, I had pink hair then.
Salandra, do you introduce yourself?
Salandra Batalis.
Batalis. Huh.
Yes.
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
I should have guessed.
You might have known my uncle, if you knew anyone.
Vaguely.
Galifar.
Oh, yeah, that old so-and-so. How is the old bastard? Is he still kicking?
Recently passed away, but he was over 900 years old, so that's, these things happen.
He had a good life. Or
Yeah,
at least a
these
very
things go.
storied one.
He was no fucking mayfly, that's for sure.
And Lil Clementine. I'll remember your name because you're family.
Thanks.
Sorry, Bolt. I mean, Holt.
It doesn't really matter what you call me.
Got it, Stoat.
Just for the record, he did kick the ass of a Balor.
Mm-hmm. And he could kill me if he wants to, but he knows that'll be bad for him.
Only because it would make Clementine sad.
Exactly. And I can trust that using that leverage over you will make it so you don't want to kill me. Welcome to Drow Town. Boom, baby. Let me see if I can find a Drow City name generator. You know what?
Oh.
I'm just gonna fucking steal this one. I like it.
You can use what our Saturday DM does. And he has a bag of Scrabble tiles that he just reaches into at random.
It does not take as long as you expected. It's only a few hours out, but he leads you through a couple secret passages. He's like, "Hey, over here. There's a hole in the wall." All right, be careful, big boy. You're gonna have to squeeze in.
Oh dear.
Watch your horns.
Yeah.
The horns are really the problem. They really keep banging into things. Thank God we're not sneaking around in here. Also, if we get ambushed by a frantic scourge, we're gonna die. So, kill yourself before they impregnate you.
Cool.
Noted.
We've dealt with Frank Scourge before.
Oh, good. Nothing worse than getting impregnated by a mind flayer in the middle of a sneak tunnel. Huh, it's the worst. But...
Last time that happened, I lost an arm.
Oh, really? No way. Tough shit. Is he dead?
Oh, yeah.
Very.
Good.
Very.
I'd hate for him to suffer what I do to him. But before long, he...
Who chopped off your arm? Was that me or Holt? I can't remember.
No, that was
Rivo.
Rivo.
It was Rivo.
Oh, Rivo, that's right. I killed the mind flayer after he did it.
I was fucking useless. That fight.
Sorry, Hope.
Yeah, the Mind Flayer dropped some serious mojo on.
But so you got stunned for like 4 rounds. I think you got like 1 hit in.
No, I didn't damage it at all.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
And I was still kind of shaking off will save stuff when Clementine's arm was getting chopped off.
Sorry. Someone has to fail the will save.
It's gonna be me.
Someone has to fail the will save to let everyone know that this shit means business. But before long, a few hours in some sneaky tunnels, you approach the Zhao city. Welcome to Zernakainen.
Whoa.
Now, just to be clear, are they really going to try to fucking brand us?
Only if you step out of line.
I have questions.
I hold up my cigarette pack.
Ooh, you're gonna want to keep that tucked way up your butt. Way up your butt, kiddo.
I shove it into my bag.
What about weapons? Are we allowed to have them out?
Weapons are fine, but you're only allowed to wield them in self-defense.
Sure.
And they'll know.
Spellcasting.
Absolutely not. You don't have a license for that, do you?
No.
Exactly. So no spellcasting.
Firearms. And he lifts up his cloak so you can see the holster.
Oh, that's super illegal. Yeah, you're gonna want to toss that away. It's magic and it's a gun. None of that.
Oh, so magic weapons are a problem.
Oh no, magic. The thing generates a magical effect. If it was a magic gun that fired a bullet, you'd only be kind of arrested. But because it's a magic gun that fires lightning, you are gonna get super arrested.
What about my sword?
That's fine.
Alright.
Just don't let it crackle with electricity when you use it.
Oh, it won't crackle with electricity.
Good. No visible magical effects. They disturb the underfathers. And undermothers. The mothers sleep easier. They have a more powerful constitution. Don't worry about it.
And I kind of give Toby the side eye. You're like, are familiars a problem?
No.
Okay.
Although someone's gonna want to buy your goat.
I mean, I'm not gonna sell him, so they can offer all they want.
Got it. Also, do not indulge the panhandlers. That is illegal.
Seriously?
Seriously. Welcome to the hierarchy, kiddo. You don't need to be paid to be a minnow. The sharks get all they can eat.
I don't think I'm gonna like your city.
It wasn't created to be loved. It was created to survive.
At least it's got some impressive architecture.
That it does. Welcome to the City of Gloom. Don't mind the green stuff. It's perfectly healthy to breathe.
How high is Clementine's sense motive, just out of curiosity?
It is.
Just in general, I mean, plus 14 or
Yeah.
that?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's plus 14.
You get this sense that there's a weird gleam in Solandra's eye.
I feel like this is the kind of thing that Sandra is like, the precursor to her causing immense amounts of trouble.
What? She would never. But we're only gonna get into that trouble next time in the Septemport game. Did y'all have fun?
Oh,
yeah!
sure did.
Do you like Clementine's grandfather?
He's such a fucking asshole.
He's
I love
such a
him.
prick.
I love him.
And Clementine got her new achievement.
Fuck
Yep.
the dragon.
Dragon fugger.
I actually got 2 achievements, Dragon Fucker and Functional Penis.
Oh.
I have finally completed my thesis project. I'm gonna roll up to the next meeting of the Druid Circle like, yo, what up? I got good news and bad.
That being
You
said,
can do it, but it violates the guy's law.
that being said, Clementine, you can only sire women
Fair.
unless you stole some seed, but that's different.
That's
Yeah, you can-
that's a different thing. That's
That-
its own thing.
That's a whole other different level of shitting in someone's cereal.